Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. My name's Kathy Easley, and I am here at Trident United Way today. And just want to thank you so much for joining us this morning for the SafetyNet Assistance Network meeting. We've got a full agenda, but an exciting agenda. So we are really excited to have you here. Could you please just make sure that you mute during the meeting? Unless you were speaking, it helps with the background noise, especially those of you who are on the phone, because we don't know who you are, unfortunately. So just please make sure you mute unless you're talking. You can see the agenda. We've got a busy agenda. We're going to hear about a new community garden initiative. And can you believe we're talking about tax season already? And our barriers to employment fund. And then we have lots of great community announcements. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have any questions or are having any technical issues, please just chat with me in the chat individually, and we'll see what we can do to help you. So again, thank you all for being here. And let's go ahead and start. I want to introduce Naomi Zeiset to you. Naomi is our grants writer on our Trident United Way staff, and we have got a great, exciting initiative for a grant that we were awarded. And so, Naomi, I'm going to turn that over to you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everybody. So like Kathy said, we're excited to announce that Trident United Way was recently awarded a grant from the USDA to fund community gardens in the Tri-County. This grant is going to focus on improving food security in underserved areas, and we're going to be looking to partner with 3 community groups, one in each county of Berkeley, Charleston, and Dorchester. Our tentative timeline is that the application will open November 1st, and then sites will be selected and notified by February 2023. And then the garden teams will convene and start building the gardens in March of 2023. Trident United Way will provide the supplies, the gardening training, stipends, and convene a community garden team. Next slide. We're going to be hosting 2 virtual information sessions that are going to go into a lot more detail on the project. We just wanted to provide a brief overview today. We're going to be sending out a registration link to the SafetyNet Assistance Network, as well as all our other networks. So if you're registered for this call, you're going to get the registration info. We're also going to be asking that you forward this information to any other potentially interested partners. Next slide. Joey Current is going to be serving as the project manager and the community contact, and his contact information is here. He's on vacation this week, so I'm filling in for him. I'll be doing more of like behind the scenes work, grant compliance reporting. But if you have any questions, if you want to reach out prior to the information sessions, feel free to contact Joey, and I can also put my email in the chat in case you need to reach out to me. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Naomi. If you have any questions, put them in the chat, and then we'll try to go back and get those answered. So if you're interested in this project, please join us for one of the dates. And this information will all go out to you next week. All of the slides will be sent to you. So don't worry about rushing to write all of this down. So thank you, Naomi. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
All right. So Janise Wright is with SC Thrive. Jan, we thank you for being here today. As I said earlier, I can't believe we're already talking about tax season, but there's a lot of planning that goes along with that. So just as a little bit of context, last year, in the last tax season, in this community, we did 2,042 taxes that brought back about $1.4 million in revenue into the community, and it saved people about $277,000 in cost and fees to have their taxes filed. So this is an incredible program. We have an incredible partnership with SC Thrive. And so Jan, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about tax season.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning, everyone. All right, I'm Janise Wright, and I'm a senior manager at SC Thrive, and I worked with the tax season for the last 2 years. So I'm excited about this opportunity to talk to you again about taxes, because just like Kathy said, we're gearing up for a lot of planning. So I'm going to move on to the next slide, which is our mission statement, where we just try to make sure that individuals and South Carolinians get the resources that they need that impact their quality of life. And tax season is one of the ways that we do that. Next. So our taxes are free. There is an income limit. Now, last year, this is what everybody was used to, $65,000 and $95,000. And then the IRS changed the limit in the middle of the tax season and told us. So what we're going to do this year is we're definitely going to meet with the IRS prior to tax season and then definitely confirm the income limit. Because last year they changed it to $73,000 regardless of your tax filing situation. So like Kathy said, we're in the course of planning, and this is one of the things that we will confirm with the IRS, and then we'll get you the update about the limits. But it's a great opportunity for individuals who are also working, couples. One of the things that we ask when they come to get their taxes done, that if it's a couple, that both of them be present and they have both of their documentations in order to file their taxes. But it's an opportunity to save that over $207 and put that back in their pockets, that they could definitely use that to meet other basic needs. So why pay if you can get it free? So next slide. So there's ways to access this resources. We also promote self-serve. So there was a lot of individuals who went on our website and they did self-serve for free tax filing. So they can do that way, or they can go to one of our community partners, like much of you that are on this call today. So we are in talks with Goodwill to try to get taxes back at that site. So we're excited about that. We also had John, who helped us at Triton Tech and ECHO, so East Cooper Community Center, and he also went to St. James Santee to help with taxes last year. So we are working with Charleston Libraries and Berkeley County Libraries and Dorchester Seniors as one of our sites. And then we will get this updated information as we finalize the site list to everyone. But you also you can call the 1-800 number. We use the 1-800 number, the contact center, for individuals who want to make appointments to those different sites. They can call a contact center, and the contact center will go over like what items that they really need to bring with them. So of course, we're talking like 1099s, all their income statements. We're talking about W-2s. We need to make sure that they bring all their W-2s for all the jobs that they've worked during that previous year. We also want them to bring anything that has to do with child care, advanced tax credits, Social Security information. And, you know, if they have a cell phone, please bring that cell phone in when you are doing those taxes, because a lot of times we have to get a code from TaxSlayer and they send it to the cell phone. And a lot of individuals have to run to the car to get the cell phone, or if they don't have the cell phone, which we also do run across that, sometimes we're able to use another computer in the library so they can get the code. So we also try to help individuals if that is a stumbling block for them. But if they do have that cell phone, please remind them to bring that cell phone in so we can file their taxes. And definitely last year's tax return is important if they want to file electronically. We also will file paper, but you know, electronic is the fastest way for them to get that money back into their pocket. So one of the things that we also do is if there's any community partners that are interested in helping with this tax season, we will be providing training. So we will be providing training before tax season and tell our partners how to fill out the taxes. And once again, we are not tax preparers, we are tax counselors helping to aid them to complete this form. And usually the process is not that difficult. It's just that we want to make sure that you are trained as to know what kind of forms that we should be looking for and general questions to make that process easy for the client. But we try to make it as simple as possible for the client. So we're not going to do those difficult tax returns where they are selling property, having all these investment accounts. We want to try to keep it simple. And so like Kathy said, there was a need. There was over 2,000 individuals that we helped through this process, but we're always looking to get the word out and increase that coverage. So also, with the self-care, we have our contact center available to answer questions that come about. We have Richard Moses, who has been doing taxes with us for over 12 years, and he's also serves as a tax so-called expert to answer any questions that people stumble across with the self-care and the I mean not self-care but this self-filing. So if you run across questions, you can call Richard and Richard will aid you through self-filing, but also that is definitely free. So we're just trying to help make sure that our clients get this money and get this money free and back in their pockets. Because I had one woman who was really excited that she got $9,000 back. And so we are always excited when that happens, but we also want to also give them the financial training piece. So we also do give them information about how to manage that $9,000 so she just doesn't blow it in 2 months and then, you know, around Christmas time she's like, I don't have any money. So we want to teach them also how to spread that money so they also can meet their basic needs and then learn how to save. So also that is part of the project, and we're also excited about that piece. So the next slide I think is just our contact information. So I'm available there's my number and my email if you would like to become a community partner to help us do taxes. And because we've been doing this for over, I think now 12 years. 12 years. So this is definitely things that people look for in the community, and we would just love to expand our reach now that COVID is over. So I thank you all, and that is my email, and I'll get back to you, and I look forward to hearing from you all. So have a great weekend. Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks, Jan. And Jan, I just want to really focus for just a second on the financial stability piece that y'all provide. It is really incredible. Nobody walks out the door with just having just done their tax return.
Right.
100% of the clients get some financial stability information, budgeting information, and it really has made a huge difference. We have some incredible stories of people who have gotten large amounts back that really changed their life. They've been able to get a car for work, a grandmother whose dream was to buy a home. She was taking care of her grandchildren. She got back enough to put a down payment on a house and was able to do that. And so it's a great contact with people. So I really highly encourage you. We actually provide tax assistance in our Berkeley Resource Connection Center and our Dorchester Resource Connection Center. And it really has been a wonderful opportunity for us to have people come into the office to learn about other services that may be available and to be able to talk with them about any challenges they may be having. So I highly encourage you to contact Jan if you're interested in becoming a site. And if you want to know what it's like to be a site, please contact me or one of the folks in our centers, and we're happy to share that with you.
Thank you, Kathy.
All right. Thanks, Jan.
Right.
Okay. So speaking of our Resource Connection Center, most of you know Torie Brame. Torie is the manager in our Dorchester Resource Connection Center, and she is going to share with you about our Barriers to Employment Fund. This fund has just been incredible. We've seen some amazing results, people being able to obtain that have employment, but have some sort of barrier to starting that job. So Torie, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Kathy. I'm excited to talk to you guys about this. It's one of the most fun parts of my week when I get a request for this. Next slide. So the barriers to employment, the purpose of it is exactly how it sounds. It's just to help individuals who are struggling to gain or sustain employment. So if there is some kind of financial reason why they can't get a job, like their kids are not in daycare because they can't afford daycare because they don't have a job, it's just kind of the cycle of not working and not having the funds to live the way they want to. Next slide. So the requests have to be approved by us. There will be contact information and a couple of slides, I think, of like who you will contact for that. They can take up to 7 business days to approve. So this is not an emergency service. If somebody is starting work tomorrow and they need something, we'll work as fast as we can, but it does take some time to go through that process. Requesting anything that is outside of our standard list will have to go through approval, and we really encourage you to be creative and find needs for your client that that we can meet. There was this one story where this woman, she was a licensed cosmetologist and she just needed the supplies to outfit a booth. And she needed shears, she needed an apron, you know, like all those things that when you go and get your haircut, that person has. Well, she was responsible for those, and we were able to purchase all those things for her off Amazon. They were mailed to where she was staying, and it was about $250, but that woman got to go back to work because of it. Next slide. Thank you. So these are kind of our bread and butter. These are the ones that we do all the time. They're kind of a slam dunk. Uniforms, footwear. We partner with several places where somebody can just go in, try on what they need, and then we'll give the name to the store so they can walk out with that item, not having to spend any of their own money. Other supplies like tools, bus passes, childcare, that was another one I mentioned. We've seen some great success with that, where the kid was able to get into daycare, but the woman did not have enough hours to pay for daycare yet. And so we were able to foot the bill for a couple weeks until she was able to get those funds. Tires for a car, trainings, tests, anything that would be an initial expense that they just don't have the money for because they haven't been working. Next slide. So this is a one-time usage. We understand that, you know, things happen, and so it's not a like across the board thing. If you need to advocate for a client to get it again, for some reason, we want to know, but the kind of the rule of thumb is it is a one-time service. It's not a yearly thing as other funds might be. The protocol would be to contact either LaToya or myself. LaToya is in Berkeley, I'm in Dorchester, but it doesn't really matter where the client is. We both serve all 3 counties. We would need, well, we have a request form, which we'll show you on the next slide, but we would need their name and their Charity Tracker case number, why the client is needing assistance, what they need, and then where the client is working or interviewing. It's just a one-pager. It'll take you 5 minutes to fill out. It's not a huge thing. The client will have to provide a state ID and also a proof of employment. Now, if the person just got employed and they don't have a pay stub or anything like that, the offer letter will work, or just a letter on the employer's letterhead stating that this person was employed, this is their start date, stuff like that. We'll accept that as well. Next slide. So these are the contact information that you will need, and then this is the form that you'll fill out. Like I said, it's super quick, so shouldn't take you long at all. Next slide. Okay, so again, we're not an emergency service. We will work as quickly as possible, but we all have other things on our plate, so it probably won't be a 24-hour turnaround or anything. We are unable to do vehicle repairs, gas cards, and hotel rooms. And then again, if something is not listed, please ask us about it, because, you know, if it's keeping that person from going to work, we want to meet that need. So, and we're open to being creative and as to how we do that. Recap. Okay, completed forms, proof of employment or interview. And the interview one, I have seen that done several different ways, where just the client, you know, sends me an email where it's the confirmation of the interview, or the person interviewing them can write me a letter as well. You know, anything like that, that's totally fine. And then just the contact sheet with all the client's information. So yeah, I hope you guys take advantage of this. I really love doing them, and it's amazing to see the success stories that come out of it.
Thank you so much, Torie. This really has been an amazing program, and we've just seen some amazing things come out of it. So we are very, very grateful to have this Barriers to Employment Fund. So if you have other questions or ideas, please let us know, but contact Torie or LaToya if you have any questions, or put them in the chat, and we'll see if we can't get them answered today. All right, we have quite a few announcements today. So I'm going to turn this over to Catherine Torbush, who is going to talk to you about days of caring, and we really hope you'll all be able to participate.
Hi,
Catherine?
everyone. Thank you, Kathy. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. First of all, this is my first meeting with you guys, but I am very excited about Days of Caring coming up. This will be the second year that it is 3 days. We've had, last year was an overwhelming turnout, and so we're going to continue 3 days again this year. So if you'll go to the next slide, please. For those of you who are not familiar, Days of Caring is the largest community 3 days of service in the Tri-County region. And essentially all nonprofit agencies and schools are able to put jobs or volunteer opportunities up, and then we match volunteers, or volunteers go on and select the opportunities that meet what they are looking for, maybe day or time. And so this is a great way just to advance your mission, build partnerships in the community, get volunteers, and that kind of thing. So now you can go to the next one. So project registration is open now, and you might have got, if you've participated in the past, you probably very likely got an email from me, or a couple emails from me. So it is open until the 11th. So we encourage you guys to go on and post your jobs. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is not just isolated to in-person activities. If you have things that need to be done, maybe data entry or social media or graphic design kind of things that can be done virtually, please submit those as well. If you have drives, if you need supplies, that kind of thing, maybe winter items stocked up, please also, again, feel free to post those so we can match as many volunteers in the community to help assist with those needs. And then the last slide is just my contact information, and then Devaney's contact information. So if you guys have questions, if you need new login information, if you've never participated before and you're not sure how to log in, please feel free to send me an email, and we can get you guys set up so you can go ahead and post those jobs. And then if you just want more information, the website is there, so you can kind of look. There's some recaps from last year, so you can hear what other agencies said about it and the impact it had on their organizations, which, you know, is always good to hear also. So that is it from me, and I hope that we see you guys in November.
So Catherine, remind us again of the deadline for the agencies to sign up.
It's October 11th, so it's next week.
Okay, so
Yes.
Everybody put that on your calendar. This is a great opportunity. You need some painting done, you need some landscaping done. you need a garden built. It's just a great way for us to all come out on just a few days and work in the community. And it's just so much fun. And it's a great way for you to meet some other people in the community that just want to reach out and be a part of the community. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So thank you, Catherine, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So the Faith Leaders Breakfast. Let's see. And Debbie, who is making that announcement? Okay, Brooke Anderson of Dorchester Advocacy Center. Okay, she must not be here. So we will send this flyer out. This is a save the date for the Faith Leaders Breakfast, and this will all come out in your information next week. So Miss Betty, can you talk about the Community Day?
Yes, thank you so much, Kathy. Bethel United Methodist Church will be hosting a Community Day event on Saturday, October 29th. As you can see from the flyer, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There'll be a number of partners on hand to showcase their resources and whatnot, and we're excited about that. The reason why we want to have this community day is because the data shows that a number of people in the rural areas still have not received COVID vaccines. So that's going to be the main concentration. There's an incentive for a $50 gift card to anyone who receives a COVID vaccine or booster. And of course, there'll be other vaccines available, like the shingles, tetanus, and flu shots if it's available. But the concentration is still on COVID because, as I stated before, there are a lot of people who really need to, well, we want to educate them about the COVID vaccine. We're in partnership with Palmetto Community Action Agency with this event. So we're going to be having games, activities, refreshments. So if people want to bring out the children, of course, they're welcome to do so. We're going to have door prizes and, of course, a lot of valuable information to share with the public. So please help us with getting this information out. If you know someone, who might be interested, please feel free to share the flyer with everyone. And again, we're excited, and thank you, Kathy, for giving me the opportunity to announce this event.
You are so welcome. Thank you, Miss Betty. We appreciate all that y'all do, particularly in that upper part of Berkeley County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, David Smith with Heart Math Tutoring.
Hey, everybody. Heart Math Tutoring is a volunteer-based one-on-one math tutoring program from elementary students. We're serving Ladson and Dunston Elementary this school year, and we're looking for tutors who can commit to 1 hour or even a half an hour per week to help build math fundamentals in children. You don't have to be a math person to help. We say that if you can count, you can be a tutor with us, because we're really starting with the basic fundamentals of math. So counting, how does 7 relate to 12, that kind of thing. So we're not doing advanced algorithms or anything like that. If you know anyone who might be interested, or if you're interested, they can go to the link that I'm going to put in the chat, or they could go to heartmathtutoring.org/Charleston, and then they can click on volunteers from there. So I appreciate your time. Thanks, Kathy.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it so much. That is so fundamental for kids. So if you can count, contact Dave. So
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you said that, Dave, because that's about what I can do. So
Well, we'll use you. Thanks.
All right, David with Molina Healthcare.
All right, thank you so much, Kathy, and good
Sure.
morning and happy Friday to everyone on the call. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to Kathy and her team just for setting up these meetings. Again, my name is David Arisari, and I'm with the Growth and Community Engagement Department here at Molina Healthcare. Now, some of you might be familiar with Molina, but I just wanted to take a brief moment and just tell you a little bit about what we do here in the state of South Carolina. So, as some of you might know, we are one of the Medicaid providers in the state that is under Healthy Connections. Molina Healthcare is also a managed care organization operating that's operational in 19 states. And in the state of South Carolina, we do provide coverage across all 46 counties. We do have multiple lines of business, as you can see on the slideshow, but in South Carolina, our main line of business is Medicaid. Here we serve a little bit over 140,000 members. Next slide, please. Actually, yes, that is the only slide I have. A few key benefits about Molina Healthcare. You have no co-pays for doctor's visits. Also, adults receive an eye exam every year plus frames every 2 years. Also, members receive a $10 gift card with completing well visits, and we do host a number of community events in the state. Now, these community events, for the most part, they're always free and open to the public. And when they're not open to the public, these are closed community events. And when I say closed, this could be like with a school, for example, and just the students within that school. Events range from baby showers to back to school bash events. And the most recent one that's coming up, it is right now in the process of being organized, but it will take place downtown Charleston. This will be on November the 19th with a federally qualified healthcare clinic, with many of you might know as Federal Healthcare. We're going to be hosting a Thanksgiving giveaway, donating a little bit over 500 turkeys and side items to the community. Now, if you would like to partner with Molina Healthcare or any opportunities that you might have with your organization that we could possibly help support, please feel free to reach out to me via telephone or email, and I'll drop my information in the chat box. All right. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that so much. Dave, there was a question. Is there an age limit for tutors? Can high school students be tutors?
That's a great question. Thanks for asking. This year, we're going to make it 18 and older, but we're going to check with CCSD admin to see if we can allow students who are in flexible high school programs, but not this year. We're gonna keep it at 18 plus. Thanks for asking that question.
All right, no, that's great. Thank you all for asking questions. Because if you've got a question, somebody else has that same question, so don't hesitate to ask it. Madeline Olson with Palmetto Community Care.
Hello. So my name is Maddie. I'm a medical case manager for Palmetto Community Care. If y'all don't know what that is, we work with people that are living with HIV, and we help with a lot of kind of supplemental barriers that might get in the way of their care. So we help with things like housing, food, transportation, dental and vision services. So the biggest update we have is just that on the 22nd, we have one of our big fundraisers, Charleston Beer Fest. It starts at 12, and this year there will be 50 breweries, 20 food trucks, and 30 craft vendors, as well as some live music. So if y'all are interested in that, the link is on here, but I can send it in the message as well, and you can look at that website.
Great. Thank you so much, Maddie. We really appreciate it. And Maddie, tell us who you serve at Palmetto Community Care in case anyone wants to make a referral.
Yeah, so we serve anyone that is living with HIV. There is technically limits with the funding that we have with Wright. So I think $70,000 a year or less will meet that requirement. They also have to live in South Carolina and need to have proof that they have HIV, but that's all kind of the requirements. So if you ever have anyone that needs help with other things, but that is something that they qualify for, then you can send them their way.
Okay, thank you so much, Maddie. We've worked with y'all for a long time, so thank you for what you do. All right, I don't believe April, are you on? So St. Paul's Church in Somerville is having a baby shower. So just wanted this will go out to you, so you'll have all of the information. It looks like Molina is part of that, and Healthy Connections and it looks like bundles of joy. So just want to let you know about that. And then Adriana Loudy with Increasing Hope. Are you on, Adriana?
I am here. Good morning.
Great, thank you.
So my name is Adriana Lordui. I am with Increasing Hope. I'm the program administrator, and I'm really happy and thrilled to announce that as an organization that provides financial literacy and financial training, we have a few events that are coming up, and they're focused on they're actually being hosted by the Women's Business Center, and they vary. I don't know if you received our flyers, but they vary. One of them is actually happening November 5th, and that will be at 10 in the morning. I can probably have it in here. We have what we call the Power Up Your Business. That would be a little later on October 27th at 6 p.m. And this is again held by the Women's Business Center. We also have another event happening, another class happening, and people can certainly register in our website. And this is happening November 5th at 10 in the morning. And this is geared to helping business owners to continue to gather information and be more educated about different resources. We do provide hands-on education and training for those who are starting their business, for dreamers, and for those who are probably somewhere in the middle of opening up their business. Additionally, we are looking for volunteers for AmeriCorps. So we're looking for those who are seniors who can actually help us as mentors, but we also are extending our opportunities for anyone who would help us here in our organization in different areas to provide financial literacy, and we will be training them. So we're really happy to be here. This is my first meeting, so thank you, Kathy. This is really exciting. I'm learning a lot of it about different resources, and we're here to help. We actually serve the Tri-County area, and we're offering different classes, different trainings, including how to become a homeowner. So those are, for now, our announcements. And I, again, thank you for this opportunity, because this is really, it's helpful to see, to network with so many partners in the community.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. So does anyone have any other announcements? If you'll put your name in the chat, I will call on you. And while we're waiting on that, please, I just want to offer, if you are not using Charity Tracker and you would like to use it for the bulletin board feature only, so you can post your own events and announcements of things that you have going on and trainings, please contact me and I will take care of that for you. It's just a great way to be connected to the network and to the community. We currently have 352 agencies, churches, and faith-based organizations that use that system, and 800 agents and volunteers. So it goes out to a lot of people. So we're really, really excited. So we do have a couple of announcements. Victoria with Community Faith Works.
Good morning. I just want to announce that we are having our summit tomorrow. It begins at 9:30 a.m. It runs until 2:30 p.m. This is an innovative workshop and seminar geared towards faith-based leaders serving communities of colors. We're also going to have opportunity to network and engage with community partners for potential opportunities to collaborate and impact the communities that they serve. I put the link to the registration in the chat. I'll put it. It is free.
So I participated in this conference last year. It is a great conference. So if you are able to attend, please do so. It was just great. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you for the opportunity to share.
Sure. David, did you have another announcement?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Just one final thing. If you could please just bring the slide from the community baby shower on November the 5th.
Debbie, it's the Shower for Life shower. I'm not sure we can do that, David.
Okay,
Why
well,
don't you go ahead?
if not that, perfect. Thank you so much. So yes, Molina Healthcare is going to be helping co-host this community event. We're going to be serving roughly 200 moms. Now, the first 100 moms for the event that do sign up, if they scan the QR code on the flyer and they RSVP, they will receive a special gift during the baby shower. And we then left 100 slots open for moms and the community. So if you're working with moms or moms-to-be, I just want to encourage you to please share that information with them. It's again going to be an educational event, and we're just going to be there helping support moms. If you have any questions, or even if you also want to be part of the event and join us, just please feel free to reach out to me.
Great. Thank you, David. This is a great event. So thank you so much for doing that. Liz with Magdalene House.
Hi. I didn't send a slide over because we were actually supposed to have an event called Recovery Jam, and then Ian got in the way of that. So we were supposed to have it last week, and I'm waiting on the flyer to actually edit the date on it. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Recovery Jam, and then I'll make sure as soon as I get a flyer that it can be distributed. It is a music and arts event that will be held now on December 3rd at the Isle of Palm Exchange Club, and it's for everybody who's in recovery. Anybody can go to it, but the artists that are going to be there they'll be auctioning off paintings as well as selling paintings. There's 3 different musicians that are all recovery based. We actually have an amazing Grammy Award winning artist coming from Nashville, and she's coming out of recovery as well. And then Magdalene House will be there, and as we are the beneficiary of this event, we'll also be there with our pop-up table, so our market. And I don't know if y'all know what we do, but we're a recovery home for women located in Somerville. We help women who are coming out of drug and alcohol addiction. And we have a social enterprise that funds about 1/3 of our mission. So the residents that are in our program actually hand make jewelry for us. So we'll be selling our jewelry there and things like that too. And so if you want to come to that, I'll make sure that the flyer's out. And then speaking of that, jewelry sales, we often do a lot of pop-up markets. So if your organization is having a holiday party or anything like that, or a different event, like I've seen a lot of the craft fairs pop up and things like that, feel free to reach out. We do like a mobile mini booth that we come and bring a lot of our jewelry line, hand goods, leather bags, all kinds of fun, beautiful things. So thanks for letting me share.
Great. Thank you, Liz. Magdalene House is an amazing, amazing place. If you want to know more about it, please reach out to Liz. And Liz, if you'll get that flyer, we'll send it out next week with the rest of everything. So
sure, and I'll put my contact in the chat in case anybody wants to reach me.
Great. All right. Any other announcements from anyone? We hope you all did well during Ian. I'm still cleaning up my yard, but I'm happy to do that because that's really all that was left. So we are looking forward to seeing you on November 4th for our next meeting. We are still working on a space so that we could resume at least meeting in person a couple of times a year. So if we can do that by November, I am hoping, if not, hopefully by January, so that we can actually sit around a table together and really have some networking information. So, so thank you all so much for joining us this morning. If you have any other questions, or if you would like to talk about your organization at the November 4th meeting, please reach out to me. If you have announcements for that meeting, please reach out to us. We do need a couple of days before the meeting to prepare those announcements, so we can't always do them very quickly the night before, but we really appreciate all of those who got that information to us. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and hope to talk with you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.